my paper, Critical Studies 2 with Module 5, Age of Anthropocene. Posthumanism is a theoretical approach which maps and engages with the ongoing deconstruction of humanism. It is deconstructing the concept of humanism. It differentiates between the figure of the post-human. What do you locate as a post-human? Like you have something in its past, present and projected avatars like cyborgs, monsters, zombies, ghosts, angels, etc. And again, post-humanism as a social discourse which negotiates the pressing question of what it means to be human under the conditions of globalization, technoscience, late capitalism and climate change. So the prefix post has a double meaning. On the one hand, it signifies a desire or indeed a need to somehow go beyond humanism or the human, the concept of human. While on the other hand, it displays an awareness that neither humanism nor the human can in fact be overcome in any historical fashion. For example, in the sense after the human, post-human. So it gestures towards the more complicated relationship between the human and the post-human. So in this critical sense, post-humanism functions more like a rewriting of the human and the humanism, a rewriting of humanity itself. And it asks a number of questions that address these complications, like how did we come to think of ourselves as human, or what exactly does it mean to be human? What are the motivations for this post-humanizing process, and when did we start? What are its implications for non-human others? Example, the environment, animals, its effects and implications on environment, animals, machines, God, etc. It thus signifies at least two things. It refers to the difference between a more or less uncritical, philosophical or reflective approach of the current post-anthropocentric desire, the transcendence of the human condition. Or it can be a defense or possibly a reinvention of some humanist values and methodologies which, in the face of a fundamental transformation provoked by digitalization and the commuting or social media, appear to have an urgent need of revision. So a reinvention of some lost or probably some human values and methodologies that has to be implemented by the provocation of the digitalization and social media. To counter the trend of seeing post-humanism merely as the next theory fashion takes as its starting point the question as to what extent post-structuralism and deconstruction have anticipated the current post-humanist formulations and the critics of subjectivity. This aspect is particularly important with regard to the current discussion about the relevance and the future role of the humanities. The first academic publications that systematically engage with the idea of the post-human and post-humanism appear in the late 1990s and early 20s. In books and articles by Neil Badminton, Elaine L. Graham, and Catherine Hales, all of which approach post-humanism through a more or less post-structuralist or deconstructive lens. They do so, however, by embracing two new aspects. The first one, a return to the question of technology and to the question of the future of the humanities. The currently emerging post-humanities therefore have to engage with the positive and also the problematic aspects of the humanities. Thus, the focus on the post-human as an ongoing historical process allows both communities the humanities and sciences to create new encounters and test new hypotheses that may lead to greater political and ethical awareness of the place, the position of the human, the non-human and their environments, especially in connection with issues like climate change, depletion of natural resources, destruction of biodiversity, global migration flows, terrorism and insecurity, biopolitics, etc. Basically, what we need is a rethinking of the relationship between human agency, the role of technology and environmental and the cultural factors from a post or a non-anthropocentric perspective.